You see, what happens is this, that an individual who all his life long has played the social game is then says, well, now I've done that. I've assumed this role. I've become identified with Tinker Tailor, Soldier Sailor, whatever it was. But now who am I? Really? In order to find that out, I have to go out by myself. Why? Because you have a role conception, a mask conception of yourself. Because other people tell you who you are.
If belief is a construct, then like any other construct, it can be manipulated and changed. And at any moment, you can choose to believe something new about yourself. Now, the weird thing about belief is as soon as you change that belief, it becomes true. Why that is, I will never quite understand. What weird quirk of human evolution has left us in a space where simply believing it makes it true? If you think you're dumb, guess what? You're dumb. And you will act in accordance with that belief, and that should scare the shit out of you. So if you think about it, people wake up in the morning.
Woo! Good morning, fam. Happy Wednesday. Rise and shine. Another blessed and grateful day, ready to go ahead and make the most of the opportunity that we have at hand to just grow, right? To get 1% better from yesterday. So super excited. We've got a lot of amazing things cooking up in the works that are here in this season of opportunity in the summer, right? We've been putting a lot of talk about what is going to happen over these next 3 to 6 months. And I'm telling you, I believe there's going to be a lot of explosive growth in all different areas of life. So Dreamers, good to see you. Cedric, love it. Hope everybody's had a great start to your morning so far. My laptop literally wouldn't even load. I've got so many freaking tabs open. My YouTube was glitching. It wasn't opening up. It didn't want me to get out the message for today, but you already know I'm not going to let the obstacles stop us. So we're going to keep on pushing for today. Found $20 last night on a volleyball run. Look at that. Expecting and getting miracles. I love it. So let's go ahead and get into today's topic, fam. Today we're going to be talking about, as you guys can see down below, it's going to be a good one. We're diving into the essence of talking and thinking about what's the biggest investment that any of us can make. Is it crypto? Is it maybe getting into real estate? So stay tuned. We're going to dive into that. But with no further ado, let's go ahead and get live on IG. Let's get a little bit of gratitude down below. And let's go ahead and get started for today. Here we go. The biggest investments any one of us can go out and make. Boom. Awesome. IG, happy Wednesday. Good to see everybody. Hope everybody's had an amazing start to the week so far, start to the month as well. It's so grateful to be on here with you all. Grateful to be alive. So grateful for God. So thankful for the access. So grateful for the information. You know, today we're going to be talking about the power of also information and also the power of being able to apply it, getting into the state, getting into the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So we've got our Kangen, we've got in our yoga session. So let's go ahead and start and get into today's topic on the biggest investment. You know, it's funny. I was talking with Raj earlier this morning and we were having this conversation and we were talking about, you know, just investing wise, because Jim Rohn was, coming up in the conversation like usual. And Jim Rohn says something that's very interesting. T-Raw, what's going on about investing? You know what he says? He says, if people think investing is risky, wait until they get the tab for not investing, right? And it just had me going off on a whole different branch of thoughts. You know, think about even with our body. For those that don't take the time to not invest in our body, and I've been there, right? To maybe just keep eating the junk food. We're not watching what we're eating. I know Cedric went on a run where he completely cut off fast food, literally cut it off on a dime for the 75 hard challenge. And let me ask you, how much better do you feel from switching to going out all the time to maybe start cooking your own food, actually eating some real whole food that's not processed, that's not just thrown in a microwave real quick? It makes the world of difference. So just like investing in our body, maybe not just with the foods that we eat, but how about also going to the gym? Isn't going to the gym also an investment in our body, an investment into ourselves? How about maybe taking a walk out in nature? taking some time with our creator. This is all an investment, right? Investing into books to go ahead and really grow our brain. My mentor said a long time ago, he said, if you can invest your pockets into your mind will come back and pay your pockets 10 times more if you apply that knowledge. And it was one of the greatest things I've ever learned because it's so true. It's just like a farmer. Those that take the time to plant the seeds will go ahead and reap the harvest. So here's a couple of thoughts just thinking about coming into today when we're talking about the biggest investment that we can make, and it's actually into ourselves, right? We all know that. We've all taken the step to go ahead and get access to different knowledge, a different circle of influence. And it was funny, we were talking about this morning too. You could get one call, you could get one message, you could get one idea that completely transforms the next 3 to 6 months. We see it happen all the time, even with e-commerce products. There's a session going on right now with Joey. Joey talked about it literally on the call with JoJo. He had one product last year that went out and sold hundreds of products because of one idea hit off. And the same thing happens with each and every one of us, right? Think about inside of our life, some of the biggest accomplishments that we can go back and think about. It was success that was compounded over a period of time. I know some of you guys, how many of you guys can think about your testimonies that come to mind? Maybe you guys have won some championships, drop some fives down below. Maybe you guys have won some competitions of any sort and any kind. And I want you to notice something. During these moments, there was a certain feeling that was there, right? What did you see? What did you hear? What did you feel at that time, at that moment? Because if you think about it, that moment was probably led up to multiple periods of time where we were investing into ourselves. All of that time, all of that energy compounded into that moment. I was MVP for my first place in Taekwondo. So think about that. To be able to go ahead and train and get to that moment, you invested into yourself. You invested in getting around those that were probably very skilled at what they were doing. You invested into yourself to learn the skill, to practice, to go ahead and get around others that had a lot more knowledge than you. And what I've noticed over the past handful of years is those that are stingy, those that are afraid to go ahead and let this money go back into ourselves are going to be the ones that are going to be looking back 30 years down the line, asking themselves, how did I get here? Why am I still stuck in this place? Because I learned a valuable lesson about money from a lot of mentors that talk about it. They say money is meant to be a tool. Money is meant to move. It's not meant to sit and be stagnant. And that was one of the biggest things that really occurred to me getting out of college. The issue with anybody is never really making money. Think about it. Many have a job. Some have 2 jobs. Some even have 3 jobs. But why are so many paycheck to paycheck just like I was? Because we don't know how to spend it, right? A lot of us are taught to go ahead and spend it on liabilities. We're never really taught to spend it on assets. And assets can be a multitude of things. It's not just real estate, right? It's not just physical things. An asset is actually knowledge as well. Getting around mentorship, getting around a whole different circle can save us so much time, energy, and money too. So at the end of the day, by far, even when I first started, I was broke. I had no money. And I noticed it back then. The biggest investment that any of us can make is in us because nobody was going to do it for me. My dad wasn't going to invest for me. My best friends, the people around me, my professors. So I said, you know what? If I don't do it, if not me, then who? If not now, then when? And if not this, then what? How long are we going to keep waiting for the perfect moment? Because eventually you'll see that the perfect moment, it doesn't really exist. It's nothing but a facade. They call it Someday Island. It's like a comfort zone. It's a beautiful place, but nothing really exciting happens there. So that's my training for today, fam. Just to really go ahead and put things into perspective on the thoughts that we're thinking. What if today we could go and sit in some of our greatest memories, like winning that championship, like in Taekwondo, where you really achieved that moment? What's it like to sit in that? Now imagine if we could take our dreams and we can go ahead and embody these same feelings, because it's possible. This is why we visualize. This is why we're able to go ahead and manifest, because everything happens in the mind before it ever happens physically. The psychology of sitting in the state. I'll give you a perfect example. What's your guys' favorite food? Before we get off, here's my last visual for today. Drop down your favorite food. If you could have anything in the world right now just placed on a plate in front of your face that you could tear up for lunch. I'm starving right now. All right, so we got some chicken. Roger's got some fruits going on. So, Cedric, what if we had, a big old juicy piece of chicken that's nicely seasoned, it's hot, it's steaming, and you just ordered it, and you've got that fresh piece, and you're holding it in your hand, and you're ready to go ahead and dig into that thing. Your mouth's probably watering just thinking about that, right? Drop a 3 down below if you could almost taste it before you're eating it. This is how powerful each and every one of us can visualize. Rudge, imagine Rudge. Can you envision you taking a brand new, imagine this beautiful mango tree that's got hundreds of mangoes on it, and you jump up, you're looking for this perfect one, you jump up and you see the exact one that you want. You jump up, you grab and you put it down, and it is just perfect. It's bright in color. It's a little bit soft, and you rip it open and you just dig into it, and it's so sweet. It's so juicy. You got it running all over your face because you don't even care how messy it gets. It's just like, yo, this is one of those ones. You just got to dig in. You know that feeling? This is how we can visualize. Like, you can almost, my mouth is salivating thinking about it. We can do this with our dreams. What is it like to go ahead and be on stage? What is it like to be out in Tulum, Mexico right now? To be on the beaches, to go experiencing new foods, new tacos, to go swim in the cenote. If you don't know what that is, it's one of the most spiritual spots you can swim in the world. What's it like to be over there? What's it like to have your feet in the sand, smelling the ocean water in Tulum? It's different. It's beautiful. But it takes being able to see it before it happens. We don't have to go there physically first. We can see it now and feel it now. And I'm telling you, this is the energy. This is the state that really allows us to go ahead and step into action that's ready to produce. So, fam, I appreciate you guys. I have nothing but love for each and every single one of you. And if you're ready to go ahead and step into that greatness and invest back into you for the summer in all different areas, back into our body, our finances, our relationship with our creator, our relationship with our family, really pulling all of these pillars and building a strong foundation. I'm with you every step of the way, fam. Don't feel afraid to reach out. We got your back. And remember, we can be, do, and have anything we can hold in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hands. Stay tuned. Wednesday, we've got a powerful call coming into tonight. I will see you all in a couple hours. Let's go out into these dreams into reality. It's game time. Let's grow.